Okay, guys. I was. We're just gonna go. Welcome to Nerdentials, your weekly dose of the nerdy. No, wait, hold on. You can do this. Welcome to Nerdentials, your weekly dose of the nerdy. Somebody's. Oh, I got it. Okay. Welcome to Nerdentials, your weekly dose of the nerdy breakfast. No, wait. Yes? Oh. Hey, dude.
Sorry I'm late. I had to poop really bad.
You had to do what?
I had to poop. But I'm here now. It was bad. There was a lot.
Okay, dude, I thought I was...
So, hey, don't worry. You look like you're sweating a lot. It's like you
only
just ate
a
lot of red.
You wrote the notes on this one. You not being here kind of freaked me out.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
I got this. Welcome to Nerdentials.
We can do this. It's just you and me. We can do this, right?
I feel like we shouldn't.
Oh, just walk in. Oh. Okay.
Hey there, you ginger.
Dude.
How you doing?
Seriously. Get a car. I don't know why he's still walking.
I know.
Well, guys, it's Matthew. We can do this time. You know why?
Okay.
It's the three of us again this week.
We can do this.
I think we need to...
I think Paul is still in the hospital.
2 in a row.
What?
He's got his... he's still getting like the stomach pump and everything.
Oh, so we don't need to do the
There was a lot of
thing?
bleach. No.
I didn't
Dude,
hear about this.
Come on.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys?
Hold on.
Paul!
Dude!
Gentlemen,
Why didn't you tell me you were out of the
the
hospital?
operation was a success. It wasn't bleach. It was actually just regular Tide. Turns out, not as deadly.
That's good.
It's fantastic.
I bet you're nice and clean
That's-
inside.
I have never felt cleaner, and I pee soap bubbles.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Slight perk?
Side perk.
America's Got Talent.
I can do my own laundry, and all I have to do is piss into the laundry machine.
We're good.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you. I'm happy for me.
Hey.
That looks really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's...
There's drinks in the kitchen, guys.
Okay.
Drinks in the kitchen.
It's a lot of giggling for coffee. I don't know what that's about.
Welcome to Nerdentials, your weekly dose of the nerdy essentials. I'm your host for the day, Paul.
Jeff.
Joe.
Bob.
Matthew.
No, that's not true.
No, it's Matt.
It's Matt Bob.
It'll be right here in the subtitle, right below us.
Bob.
Yes.
Alright guys, welcome to Movie Matters. We got big news this week. Ben Affleck has dropped out of directing The Batman.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. Okay, so basically here's everything we know about this dropout.
The rundown.
The rundown. Currently, Warner Brothers is talking to many directors. The most common name coming up is Matt Reeves. For those of you who don't know, Matt Reeves directed Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and he's going to be directing the much-anticipated War of the Planet of the Apes. I'm a huge Apes fan. I'm really excited. I think he's a very good director.
These movies are actually really good.
They're good.
Yeah. So, and also, he's worked with Warner Brothers in the past, so it would make sense.
Yes.
Other news that's coming out about it is there's currently a fan petition circling the interwebs asking Zack Snyder to direct the Batman.
I really don't like that idea, just for the simple fact that Batman vs. Superman was not where it should have gone. I really want... If he actually does this, it better be like where fans and critics can go to for this movie. Instead of like, I'm a super fan. I love Batman vs. Superman. Critics.
See, but here's the thing. I just want to say to that really quick, is that I feel like the fanboys right now are the biggest bunch of whiners, and it's just people like us. Because everyone is saying, oh, I hated fucking Batman vs. Superman. It was such crap. But then they're circling petitions where they're being like, no, let's get him to do it again. It really wasn't that bad. I'm in that camp. I don't necessarily want to see Zack Snyder direct this one, but I'm a Zack Snyder fan. Jeff, what do you think about this idea of Zack Snyder directing The Batman?
Like a point that Joe brought up last time, he said that he's really good at painting a picture. Okay. Which is true. Like, he is, but his storylines are just... He doesn't know how to really bring that to the forefront. You, sir, hated 300.
Yes.
Absolutely hated 300.
I did.
And
I hate 300.
Everybody really hated Sucker Punch. So...
Which I kind of liked.
I actually liked it myself.
Except me and Matt.
And me.
Tables divided.
And
you guys just liked Zack Snyder, so go ahead. He's making this for you.
I still like Zack Snyder like Zack Snyder because his Dawn of the Dead remake was incredible. It was the perfect remake because
I can agree with that.
It took what the original had going for it, but then changed it just enough for a modern audience by adding more characters, by adding just enough more tension. And he can paint a picture. And I think he's an auteur, just like Quentin Tarantino is, just like Hitchcock was, just like, Spielberg is.
So my question about his remake of that, did he really stick to the original, in your opinion?
No, but you're not supposed to stick to the original when you do a remake.
I agree. My only point is that we were talking about Zack Snyder, and I made this point last week, that his plot character building is a bit lackluster a lot of the time, but he paints a massive visual. Now, in your opinion, was there a lot of depth to Dawn of the Dead, or is that more of a hack slash to you?
No, absolutely. There was tons of depth to Dawn of the Dead.
Okay, and do you think a lot of that was original from him, or just repainting what's already been laid out?
Well, the script was written by James Gunn, Mr. Guardians of the Galaxy.
You're right.
So, when he works with a really good writer...
It helps.
But that was also a smaller budget movie, and so he was kind of allowed to do what he wanted to do with Warner Brothers again.
Which brings back my argument of the industry bigwigs controlling a lot of things when they don't need to be.
Right, listen to Warner Brothers, we're coming after you.
No, we are.
So I think it's an unfortunate case for Zack Snyder as a director as a whole, because I think it does take a couple more branches on that tree to... make things better.
If you're going to do that, then, and you say that it was good because he was working with a great screenwriter, somebody that made a great script, then...
So how did you feel about
Zack
Dawn of the Dead?
Dawn of the Dead was great. It really was. And you do need two pieces of the puzzle for it. If you're going to go with... just a good director that's good at making something pretty. Okay. And no script, then all you're going to get is something that's pretty and that's it. You don't have your actors can't do anything if they don't have good dialogue.
To that, I wonder if we're going to talk about the same movie.
I don't know.
You say yours and then I'll say mine.
No, you go first.
Okay, I was going to say Iron Man. Iron Man didn't have a completed script.
No,
but I'm just saying, actors can do that, and Ben Affleck is a good actor, so it potentially could happen that way. I'm just saying
But to your point with that, I'm sorry, I have to counter that. The reason why that did so well is because Robert Downey Jr. came up with every single one of his lines and was just freeballing. That's all he was doing.
Free ball. Oh, sorry.
Improv. He did a lot of improv.
Yeah. And Jon Favreau is a director who's used to working with improv.
Open actors.
You can't just say, oh, it had an incomplete script. The reason why it was so good is because they had people that could improv. Even Jeff Bridges was like, I don't know what's going on. And that was basically his real reactions to Robert Downey saying those lines.
Real quick.
Get somebody good.
I'm
sorry.
Take a page out of Marvel's book.
Real quick. I'm going to make one point that I've had stewing in my brain for a long time.
I'm excited.
About writers.
Yes, please.
Okay. David S. Goyer. I just got to bring this up. Hold on. If you got some points to make...
Go for it.
Here's the thing. There's a huge difference between writing good scripts about real life and writing comic books. I don't know to his value much about his cred on previous action hero movies. Not much, I assume. But he has been credited as writing with Christopher Nolan the Dark Knight series. Fantastic films. Guess what? And this is going to stir up a lot of heat. They're not Batman movies.
No, they're not.
Freeze for a minute. There's going to be some heat in people's eyes, and let me just explain why. The Dark Knight films, notice they're not called Batman except the beginning to bring fans in. Batman Begins. Aside from that, the reason they are not Batman movies is because he painted Batman as a billionaire vigilante who decided to fight for a certain cause in real world settings. We could go in depth on this on another show, but I'm just concluding by saying David S. Goyer is a fantastic writer when it comes to action and heroism. Heroism, not superheroes, not comic books. Heroism depicted in real life. Those movies are fantastic. I think David S. Goyer is the worst comic book writer on the face of this planet, and Warner Brothers, get rid of him.
He writes some of the worst dialogue I have ever heard. Man of Steel would have been an okay...
Sorry.
Actually,
Anyway,
but Man of Steel had some of the worst moments in it just because of the dialogue.
Okay, but bottom line, if you have a counterpoint, that's great, Jeff. I wasn't
going to say any counterpoints. I was just
to that.
You said Martha. I was just like,
he is.
Why did you say Martha?
Raging from the last episode.
Oh man.
Bottom line, and it's I appreciate the fact that my brothers at this table agree that David S. Goyer is a decent writer when it comes to writing things about real life, but he is not a comic book writer, and that's what Warner Brothers desperately needs. Mm-hmm. The thing is Warner Brothers hired on Jeff Johns, who's the lead creative savior of the DC comic book industry, and he has revived the Green Lantern, and he has revived a lot of the entire franchise in the comic book industry. They made him creative lead of the DCEU. I know it's a lot on his plate, but dude, Jeff Johns, maybe you should write some of this stuff, because he wrote the scripts for all those comic books that he revived. And yet they give David S. Goyer... Anyway, I'm going to end this rant because it's probably going on way too long, but those are my final thoughts, is that Jeff Johns is fantastic. Mm-hmm. I idolize him as a fanboy, and he's fantastic. But Warner Brothers is letting David S. Goyer write the scripts, and they're making changes when they're worried about how it's going. Mm-hmm. I wish they would stop and get a clue. Warner Brothers, hear my plead.
Yeah, stop trying to make it real world.
So with that, nerds, I'm here to say...
Paul, we got queued up media to talk about.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You can be quiet. You weren't here last week.
Guys, we are part of a larger network of nerds, geeks, and gamers as of now, and last week and the week before. Right now.
Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Queued up anyway.
Put it over Matt's face this time.
Over Matt's face right here is queuedupmedia.com. Right there, guys, is the network is a conglomerate, collaborative group of individuals of creative minds that all talk over a lot of similar stuff.
Yeah.
Geeky, nerdy, gamey media, guys. Just want to list off a couple partners in this with us right now. Our boys, Geekologist Radio. They're a podcast group of guys that talk a lot about things that we like to talk about. If you've got some long road trips or drives, or you can listen to stuff at the radio, they're good to listen to. Conartist.org. He is the logo designer, graphic artist. Go hit him up on that website. He does commissions, and he's good.
Yeah,
he's pretty fantastic. Really, he did our queue.
Recently joining us, RectifyGaming.com. They're also on that website, Queued Up Media. So go check those guys out. They hit up the esports side of the industry. They've got a couple teams for professional Halo tournaments.
Yes, they do.
And they just opened up one for CSGO. recently. So they now
That's
got
pretty good.
3 teams right now.
Played that game.
Yeah.
Right on.
So guys, go check out queuedupmedia.com. And as always for us here on the YouTubes, this has been a wonderful Movie Matters. We've
Thank
got
you, Paul.
You're welcome, gentlemen. It's so nice to have all 4 of us here.
I know.
all 4 of us, the
Four
4
horsemen
horsemen.
of the Nerdocalypse.
That'd be a great metal band.
I wish that we could play instruments.
I know.
We'll see you
See
guys
On the other side.
Surprise.
Carpe diem. Grab the carp. Diem the carp. Fish. I love fish.
for Christopher Nolan's trilogy, and the trilogy's over.
It is. It's done. Never again are we to see Christian Bale lisp his way through another Batman. I lost it.
They're all
Oh,
good.
just
They're
do
all
it.
good.
that
You
was-
went
into the
penguin.
penguin.
Yeah.
You were slipping into David
Into the
Danny
Dick
DeVito.
Danny DeVito.